Hello, my name is Michael Holes, and today I'm going to be presenting on how in order for U.S. and Canadian businesses to be successful, operational leaders must learn the importance of employee engagement as well as how human capital investments play a role in positively affecting their business metrics. Did you know that just 31% of employees in the United States and Canada are engaged in the workplace? When employees were surveyed, business units that scored in the top quartile of employee engagement almost doubled their odds of success based on business metrics. And that's according to Gallup 2019. Studies suggest that top businesses in the US and Canada are successful because they make investments into human capital and have an understanding on how employee engagement affects their business unit metrics within the organization. For this presentation, I'm going to be talking about two main points: the effects of investing into human capital and its benefits, and understanding employee engagement and how it affects business units metrics within an organization. I'd like to begin by talking about the effects of investing into human capital and its benefits. A growing number of businesses have realized human capital is the only thing that truly differentiates them from their competitors. They can buy the same equipment as the competition to manufacture products, but they can't buy talented employees. Talented employees can either be acquired or developed within a company. Talented employees can design and build better quality products to make the company more competitive in the market. If executed correctly, it can result in a positive impact to the company's sales and profits. Employee knowledge can also be looked at as human capital. Companies have started fighting a war for talent. And as individuals with specialized knowledge and skill and expertise are recognized as a scarce resource. And that's according to Bartlett 2002. In 2019, the U.S. unemployment rate has been a major contributor to the scarcity of talented employees. With the majority of the population employed, businesses have had to focus on finding talent within the currently employed. And according to this chart here, you can see over here that back in 2009 that most folks over 16 years old and up, we're going to follow the darker blue line here, was the unemployment rate was up over 10%. And as we look over here on this side, we're at 2019. And in 2019, the 16 and up unemployment rate was under 4%. So as you can see by looking at this chart, it is getting harder and harder to find unemployed talent out there. So this is making it very difficult for businesses to get good help and be successful. Again, we talked about how important good talent is at being better than your competitors. Now let's talk about how employee engagement affects business units metrics within an organization. Business units within an organization rely on their employees to produce products and services to sell a customer. Those customers expect that whatever they are getting from the company is of good quality, on time, and at a fair price. Most every organization has a form of internal metrics to measure how their business is performing. These metrics are becoming more in depth and moving away from the traditional bottom line measure of success. Now companies are looking at metrics based on quality, delivery, cost, and most importantly, safety. Let's break those down. I'll start with a definition and I'll end with the ideal state. Quality. It's the measure of defects per unit or service. The ideal state is product or service is working as intended. Delivery. The measure of on-time delivery to a customer. Ideally, the product or service is delivered to the customer when promised. Cost. The measure of labor and time put into a product or service that is created. Ideally, the product or service was produced with the expected labor cost. And finally, safety. The measure of recordable injuries or near misses during employment. Ideally, employees are working safely, and as well as if any issues arise, their managers or supervisors are addressing those appropriately. All these metrics can measure just how efficient a business unit is, and it paints a true picture of how companies can improve metrics moving in negative directions. Just knowing how a business is performing is a good first step towards improving performance. Let's define employee engagement. Employee engagement is the emotional commitment the employee has to the organization and its goals. This emotional commitment means engaged employees actually care about their work, their company, and everything else that's going on there. They don't just work for a paycheck or the next promotion, but they work on behalf of the organization's goals. And that's according to Cruise 2012. If employees who are engaged are more efficient producers and care about the organization's missions, they will positively affect the business metrics. Those employees want to produce a quality product or service, deliver it on time with minimal cost, and work safely. Organizations with disengaged or actively disengaged employees tend to struggle through efficiency loss and other forms of waste because those employees don't have an emotional tie to the business or its mission. In conclusion, as previously stated, studies suggest the top businesses in the US and Canada are successful because they make investments into human capital and have an understanding on how employee engagement affects their business unit metrics within the organization. Investing into human capital is becoming a challenging task in the business world. Finding and developing talented employees is a key in differentiating businesses from their competition. Engaged employees positively impact business metrics because they care emotionally about a business's mission and want to be successful. Business leaders need to focus on investing into human capital as well as employee engagement within their organization. I have personally done this with my organization, and I have seen a positive impact on my business metrics. Our employees are overall more engaged, and that makes my job a lot easier. The employees do not have to be asked to complete a task. They just do it on their own, and that frees me up to complete my tasks that I personally have to do. My boss doesn't have to micromanage my business because he knows the work is being done efficiently. What business leader wouldn't want that? I urge you to consider the information that I have provided today, and I know that it will make you a more successful business leader. Thank you.